When we first got this book, the title kind of threw us for a loop. Scientists of Faith, because you say to yourself, well, scientists require proof, and they test things, and they can see measurable outcomes and know exactly what goes in to get the same thing over and over and over. And then on the other hand, you got faith. Faith just requires George Michael-like faith to hope and to pray, and Scientists of Faith is a book that marries the two very successfully. Here's the subtitle of where it all comes together. 28 stories of brilliant scientists who have remarkable faith in God. It's still kind of hard to put together, isn't it? But it features 28 scientists that for the most part you're not going to know. You'll know a handful of them, but they all have faith, and they have different faith. They've got faith from around the world, so the book is not just germane to one religion. It is pretty much going to go in the religious studies book of your middle or high school library, just because it is. I spoke to a high school librarian, showed them the book, and they said, as a STEM book, it's really fascinating because it deals with these various fields that the kids are studying. But because it's got just a little bit of religion in it, we'd probably put it in the religion area. And yes, your library does have that, so go look for it if that's your cup of tea. And it is about a 90-10 split. It's 90% in the verbiage. You've got a picture of the scientist and exactly what they've done and how they overcame various things. And on the other page, you've got 4 to 7 paragraphs about their life. And of that text, maybe 10% is about their faith in God, their spiritual journey, as it were. So it's a 90-10 split. It's mainly science, so it's going to work on 2 levels. It's going to help those STEM kids, maybe show them that there's something out there that maybe their peers or the scientists they're studying had that made them a whole person slightly more well-rounded. Yeah, but if you're a STEM kid, you could think the same thing. But if you're a faith person, maybe you could say, well, maybe I could go into paleontology. There's the story of a paleontologist in Scientists of Faith. So it's a pretty fascinating book. I liked it. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea just because of that 10% of religion. But it's not out to proselytize anybody. It's just there for the science. It's Scientists of Faith, and it's a pretty good read if you're into science with an open mind.